Good morning, everybody, and happy Thursday. It is actually Thursday all day today. Hold on. Yep, actually all day today. My goodness gracious. Wow, it is Thursday already. It's a short week this week, and it is flying on by. So good morning to everybody out there. If you're here with me in the Discord chat or on YouTube, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. Let's see. Let's start here. We have at Ratberg, Silent NW, Fast Scooby, GC Wolf, Cyrus, Peaky Boy, Amateur Genius, Julius, Futures Trading Today, Nuggets, RTR, Viking Trader, Franco, Luna, Astro Nerd, Davey, Edge, Scorpion Futures, Raymond, Bird, SW, O'Keefe, Sadek, Chilarix, A-Trades, Chris L, Charisse, Big Sky, Nick's Hound, good morning, everybody. Good morning, KG Dana, Seth, Silent NW Part 2, Scott Bro, good morning to OEB El Toro, The Picky Anya, Todd Viper, good morning, Toby, Mike Paul, Farhad, Trader Forever, Dr. Deanna Cole, good to see you. Jim Carlton, what's up? Poppy, Scott H, Mike B, Richard Harris, Alex Lee, Itai, good morning, Charlie, Greg, Dr. VJ Sam, good morning, Elsa, C. Mark, Benjamin, DM, Jims S, Charles Lucas, Kale, McNasty, Souza, Larry, good morning, Decline, Tron, Mike, Mark, Henny, good morning. Good morning, Jessica, Rockreate. Good morning, Byron, Jody, Christoph, Doms, NK, KFC, Rampage, HFX, House, Joker, good morning, good morning, good morning. We got a packed house in here this morning. Good morning, Jesus Power. How are we doing out there? James Bond, good to see you. Taking a break from working for the the British. And hanging out here and trading in some chats here. I love it. Yorkshire, good to see you. Scotty, Sunrise Driver, good morning, everybody. So, if you didn't know, today is actually the first day of this week that I think that we have significant market making and shaking moves here. News, I should say. But this is going to make some moves in the market. This is going to cause some waves. Good morning, OBP. This is the one. This is the one that you've been waiting for all week because we get the GDP read. This is the second annualized reading for Q1 for the U.S. GDP. We did just get Canada. No, we got some. What did we just get? We got something. What did we just get? I thought we had like some. Maybe that was yesterday. I thought we had some other country reporting their CPI or European. Okay, thank you, M2. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I think it was the Mexican April unemployment rate. That's probably what just came out as well. Looking for the day. There it is. Unemployment rate at 2.6% versus a 2.5% estimate. Seasonally adjusted 2.6 versus 2.7 prior. So kind of the middle of the road print there. So we have the annualized second reading GDP out at 8:30 today. That's going to be giving a little color too into the PC, which comes out tomorrow. But then we also have initial and continuing jobless claims. So unemployment numbers for the U.S. and the GDP reading. This is going to be a big one. We've had kind of in the overnight session here, a little bump up from these lows. We had a nice little double bottoming pattern down there. I know we had some traders here in the Clubhouse that grabbed, I think, Kofifi, SW, the usual suspects. You know, SW probably pulled down another $50 billion, and so did Kofifi. But they've been killing the London trading session in here lately, trading Globex and just absolutely running the markets over. So I'm curious, did anybody in chat catch this double bottom down here and take this to the promised land all the way to the north side there? Because that was just a beautiful, beautiful setup there. If you were able to trade that, taking that off of those, you know, mid to high 6 to 700s there, 660, 675, and then taking that all the way to, I mean, 720s to 750s, any exit there is just beautiful. I mean, my goodness, golly, that was an amazing, amazing setup there. So today, yeah, we will be trading that newsprint on the GDP and the mix of that and the jobless claims. I'll have the previews out here in just a second. I want to get all of the final analysts here on my platforms, seeing what the scuttlebutt is all about that. So keep in mind, we do have those two big prints that are happening on the morning here. That's going to be the big pre-market print. And then after the market opens, we do get the pending home sales. That's going to be out at 10 a.m. this morning. So 30 minutes after the open. So we should have a lot of volatility entering the market. Now, keep in mind, I don't know if you've noticed this, but volume is tremendously low right now, which means that it opens up the door for a lot of wild moves in the market. So if you're noticing, I mean, specifically if you're watching like NASDAQ, you can see how thin this stuff is. Let me go over to Bookmap right here. you can see how thin these moves are actually happening on. There's very low liquidity in these types of moves. You can see it there. You can see it happening there. It's just like, you can see it happening here. This is just very low liquidity stuff. So it opens up the door for having a lot more wicked and wicky moves that are going to potentially catch you off guard a little bit. And if you're caught off guard in this stuff, don't be surprised. I mean, you should know the market that you're trading right now. You ought to know that this is a very thin market as we sit here and speak. I had a conversation with one of our traders here in Clubhouse talking about, do you see this as being accumulation down here? And it's like, it's really hard to spot even because, I mean, on these moves up right here, it looks pretty forceful that you have people that are selling aggressively into this offer. It doesn't really make sense that they'd be covering off of that much of a point there. So you have a lot of people who are aggressively shorting into this and continuing to short into this. And so that could give us some fuel to the upside. Right now, the delta is negative 7,100 in the NASDAQ, and then we have a positive delta of 6,500 in the S&P. So we have delta divergence between the two, which is an interesting take because we could have some, going back to the S&Ps here, we could have some decent accumulation here down at the bottom. But again, you see how low volume this stuff is. This is just tremendously low volume on this stuff. So please be very careful out there. Please know what market you're trading in. And please understand that as we continue going into the summer here, going into the month of June, the volume should trend a little bit lower as we go into this. It doesn't mean that you can't make money, but it does mean that you need to mind yourself in these trades, because if you're in a trade and all of a sudden the price action whips against your position 30, 40 points, and you're sitting there saying, oh my goodness, I can't believe this happened to me. Well, educate yourself and understand, yes, this is the time when this kind of stuff can happen. So it makes it more difficult to read the price action. Generally speaking, technical patterns can hold up in this type of stuff, but you're running a higher risk now. Your probabilistic odds are probably going to go down for your general setups because on lower liquidity, it takes one player. I mean, if you think about an example, I forget which book this was in. Maybe it was in Trading in the Zone. But there's an old story where, there's a newer trader who's big on technical patterns and huge on, systematic setups. And basically they're having a conversation with their boss, who is the owner of the hedge fund or the lead trader at the trade desk, whatever the case. And he says, it could never sell down below this level. This is a technical level, blah, 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 blah. And he says, really? Okay, watch this. Calls up the biggest broker and says, hey, I want to sell, a massive amount of contracts. And I want to do it right now at the market here and now. Fill it, and gets off the phone. Market goes right through the technical level, and he goes, oh, I thought I couldn't break down through that technical level. The reason why I tell this story is because we're in a thin market, you don't have to have, it was Trading in the Zone. Okay, thank you. You don't have to have a very large player to come in and disrupt these markets. Now, after this GDP print comes through, we're going to see a lot of volume injected in the market, and when paired with the jobless claims, we're going to be seeing that. But think about that story. In the case of the regular market, you need to be a large player because there's a lot of absorption, and on either side, you can have absorption to the top side, absorption to the bids. You're going to have that in a regular functional market. But when we come into these summer doldrums where things are a lot more docile and volume's a little bit lower, participation's on the downside, well, then it's a lot easier for one of these players to just come in and force their hand on the market. And you can't expect that we're going to have that algorithm that's going to pick up and cover that slack. And you're going to have other algorithms that are participating. So, it's going to be interesting. We have a lot of stuff pumped up right now. And with as low as the volume is, as low as the liquidity is, these equities are very, very pumped up. So it opens up the door. And I've been thinking about this quite a bit. And, I wanted to refine it a little bit, but I guess I'll give you a little peek into what I'm thinking. We have all of these equities pumped up right now. These equities need to be hedged. So how are these big players going to hedge these equities? They're going to be opening up put contracts for these equity size positions. And these are sizable positions. And when you're opening up put contracts, these dealers that are selling these put contracts are going to be needing to hedge these positions. And they're going to be shorting the underlying to hedge that in order to sell these puts because they don't want to be riding this naked, right? And so if they're selling the underlying asset or even just selling short, maybe they're moving their books around, but they're most likely selling short for the opening and selling of these puts, that could open up the door to some downside action, and that could potentially create some volatility to the downside. And if that kind of perpetuates and creates a continuum in a loop, then we could see some downside pain, especially on a lower liquidity market. So we'll have to see. I haven't seen on my end anything other than volume steadily declining week over week here. So I'm going to keep an eye on market internals. I suggest you do the same. Keeping an eye on volume is going to be paramount to your success right now. So let's see how much positioning comes in on this GDP print. If this is a fantastically out of the range print, this could be a wild shake and shimmy in the market, but let's see. Let's see. The GDP expectation that's going to be coming out is 1.3% of the expectation. The prior read was 1.6%. Personal consumption is expected to be at 2.2% versus a 2.5% advance. So we'll have to see how this print comes in. If this is an outlier print, we could see the market really shake around. For jobless claims, let's see if I have those yet here. Jobless claims are expected at 217,000, continuing claims at 1.8 million. So we're expecting an uptick in that. So more people out of work. What I noticed, I talked about this yesterday with the Beige Book. The Beige Book was published yesterday, and I always say, somebody asked me, I think it was either in YouTube chat or in the Market Clubhouse, and they said, what's this Beige Book? And it's, the way I could distill it down is like, it's basically like a book report from all of the feds, the various feds talking about the economy and everything, but it's nothing from what we haven't seen because we're paying attention to the news every single morning in here. But what I did notice and what was in my notes here was that we're seeing economic growth kind of weaken and soften, but then prices are still trending to the upside. So that's not good. I mean, that doesn't say to me, that doesn't scream out loud that, hey, the Fed's got everything under control and we should definitely be looking to drop rates. In fact, it says the obvious, that is that rates are not high enough because people are still spending money, but the economy is weakening in its conditions. So, it's going to be interesting to see what this GDP read brings. It'll be interesting to see if we have more and more people out of work. But will the Ponzi scheme keep going? Who knows? Let's see. Let's have some fun with it. Folks, if you're enjoying the stream so far, we have about 15 minutes here until the news print. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button early. Before the print, I'd love to run a poll here. So if we can get the likes up to 500 likes here, nice and early. We are currently at 200 likes here and now. We have 1,200 people, 1,300 people watching. So let's just go down, click that like button. If you're seeing it, if you're not seeing it because it's hidden by the chat, close the chat and then just go ahead and hit that like button, and then you can click show chat again. It really helps out the stream. It really helps us grow here, which, by the way, we are growing at a rapid pace. We are almost at 17,500 subs in here. We did pass the benchmark of 20,000 followers on Twitter. We passed the benchmark of 5,000 followers on Instagram. So everything's growing rapidly, and I thank you folks here for all the support in the community and everything. It's been amazing here. Rips, why do you think the volume is going lower and lower? It's just what happens. It's a seasonality effect where you have, there's positional trades at the start of the year, and then we have kind of some moving and shaking. And then as we get into these summer doldrums, there's less and less positioning, and there's more so just managing positions, but it's lower liquidity. It's not so much active trading that you're seeing. So there's less business being contracted. There has to be a break in the markets. And, during this time, the summer months usually trend down. But the good news is that once we get through this patch of lower volume, lower liquidity, it starts to pick up in the fall. And then we get the winter time, which is just gangbusters and so much fun to trade. So, markets are seasonal. It's nice to have volume kind of come down at some certain time, at some specific period. But, that can all be negated by certain news that comes out. If there's world events, if there's anything that's happening, you can have people getting into positional trades very, very quickly. For instance, if we had some really negative news, pray to God that that doesn't happen. If we had some really negative news that was either, world financial, geopolitical, something of that nature, we could see the markets dropping, and you bet your bottom dollar that you'd see people really going into large positional trades in that. So yeah, just be careful out there. Understand the market, whatever market that you're trading, understand the market that you're in. For instance, gold contracts were rolling overnight. I believe they did the roll for today was the first day of the roll, I believe, for most people. So if you're not trading in the August contract, you might want to look into trading the August contract for gold. We're going to be rolling in index contracts pretty soon here because they are going to be expiring next month, the third Friday of the month, which I believe is going to be June. What are we looking at here? June 21st, I believe, is when these contracts expire. So we'll probably be rolling into the new contracts next week or the week following in the index options, which will be, oh man, it's going to be, if you've never done the summer roll, it's the worst of all the rolls. This is the worst one. There's 4 rolls a year in index options or index futures. I keep saying options. Index futures, there's 4 rolls a year, and this is the worst roll of them all. So, and it's the worst roll because of lower liquidity, lower volume, people going from one contract to the next. And it's just, if you thought last roll was bad, this is the worst. What is the ticker? What is August? Is it N? It's N, right? Isn't N August? Let me see. I always get it mixed up. Is it N? Let me see. I'll tell you in a second here. It's Q for August? Oh my goodness, I was way off. N is July. I'm sorry. Yeah, N is July. It's Q. Thank you. Yeah, I was way off. Yeah, N is July. It's Q. You know, when you focus on index for a while, you got to forget about all of the months. All you need to know is HMUs, and then you forget about the rest. I used to know all of them at like the back of my hand, but yeah, it's Q. Thank you. That's one of the beautiful features, by the way, of Top Step X is that it does automatically roll those contracts for you. So you don't have to worry about contract roll, which is great. There's some other platforms that do it, but they might be lagging a little bit when they do it, or they might give you a late notification, or they might do it early. Top Step X will keep you dialed in, which is another great feature of using the platform. We are just 100 likes away. I'd love to run that poll. The news is going to be out here in 14 short minutes. I'm going to be trading it live when the print happens. Hopefully we have some type of print that is a little bit of an outlier and not so much of a fake out. Do I expect that this could be maybe like a 100 or 200 point move? If we have a big enough outlier, it certainly could be. And I'm just talking about the NQ here. It definitely could be if we have a big outlier print, but I'm keeping my expectations low. I'd rather be surprised, miss the initial reaction on the print, and then trade the afterglow of the print. And then today, like I said, we're going to have some positioning going into the market open here. It's going to be interesting if we have any kind of unwind yet in NVIDIA. This is the first time that we've seen NVIDIA really sticking up at these levels. I mean, since the 28th, we've been basically staying up at these levels above 1100 here, and it's just been kind of sticky. And so we haven't really broke out above that 1160 looking for 1200s. It'd be interesting to see. We did have some very positive news out from Tesla this morning, which caused Tesla to spike. Let me go to TradingView here. Let's pull up Tesla. So we had Tesla spiking on some positive news out of China. They did say that they are interested in rolling out full self-driving subscriptions to China. And that has been really, really well received amongst investors. It's a pretty decent sized rally there in Tesla. So looking to see if that can actually hold that rally there. Let's go ahead and pull up NVIDIA since I am yapping about it. But you can see here, we've been kind of stuck in this range, which is good. We've been lofty and holding this. And you can see anytime we pulled back, we did find a bunch of buyers who are still holding into that. So that has been rip roaring since their earnings, and it's been kind of holding up here. So will we actually roll back down into maybe these mid to low thousands here, 1,030 to 1,060, somewhere in that range where that volume shelf is? Potential that we could do that today on some interesting news prints out this morning. So outside of the GDP and the continuing initial claims, we will have the DOE crude oil inventories out today, crude, gasoline, and distillate. That's going to be out for you energy traders at 11 o'clock today. We do have a 4 and 8 week bill auction, which is a short-term fixie. It was interesting to see the 2-year was up above 5% again because of the auctions yesterday. We had a 2-year FRN. We had a 7-year note. So it was interesting to see the 2-year drifting back above 5%. It's just a weird, we're getting so much movement in a lot of these things that the market is just feeling very sporadic, like it can't make up its mind. But then I always think back, I say, oh yeah, it's an election year. This is kind of the tomfoolery that you would see where it's not so direct, where, if we weren't in an election year, I think that the market probably would have rolled over by now. We would have seen the market coming down. But yeah, I just think it's just continuing to bump because we're in an election year and a lot of this information comes out and everybody says, this is the worst information we've ever seen. The economy is just in a very terrible spot right now. Inflation's running rampant. And then some news comes out and we go, it's fine. Let's ignore it. And we just move on. And same thing with the Fed speakers. Fed speakers go from the sky is falling to, hey, everything's going to be fine. Let's cut some rates. So it's just, it's a very interesting time to be a trader there. Hey, Ribs, besides Bookmap, is there a way that we can check if the market's having lack of liquidity? Is it just looking at the regular volume or another better indicator that can display it? You can compare it to, I'm trying to think what you could use. Just looking at relative volume, you could look at volume comparatively in months past. You could look at, Friday volume, Thursday's volumes, going back week over week. But just looking at the volume, there's a month over month volume that you can track in the NAS and the S&Ps. That's probably very important to be tracking. You can look at NYSE volume, NASDAQ, the actual exchange, the volume on NASDAQ, the exchange versus the volume on NYSE. There's relative volume. There you go. Hey, Nick for a tick. Good to see you here, buddy. I never miss you now that you got the blue, the blue chat there. Yeah, relative volume is probably the easiest way. There's a lot of different ways to skin that cat. So I would say, any of those are going to work for you. According to economists, they cannot cut rates because it would make it harder to repay debt. I mean, if rates were lower, I mean, wouldn't that make it easier to repay debt? I don't really follow that one there. Rip's not sure if intentional or didn't realize in Bookmap you have ES where you're trading ES. No, we had that up. We just had that up because I was looking at, we're yapping about it there, but there it is back to NQ for you. You're probably sitting there wondering, why isn't it moving? This is not moving at all. There you go. I actually want to peel this back a little bit. My allergies, by the way, are going crazy right now. It's like having an allergy attack all night. I mean, slept pretty well, but still, like, I don't know. It's like allergy season, you know? You cut rates, banks lose. Yeah. You're talking about the banks. Yeah, the banks would be losing monies for sure, of course. Yeah, and that could be one of the reasons why we're holding rates up here. Rips, what do you do for your workouts? I mean, I do strength training. I've been training for many years. I'm one of those weird people who I actually enjoy working out. So it's like it's a release and you get a nice high from it. But I do hikes, I do runs, and strength training is my pick of poison there. Look into chlorine dioxide. Yeah, I've heard of that as well. That would definitely be something I should look into. You have the same illness Dakota had. Yeah, that's terrible. I'm so sorry to hear that, James. It's there's definitely some stuff that's been going around, which is surprising with so much sun shining out there. All right, let's go back to the NQ over here, looking at Trading View. So what I'm going to be looking for here is a potential clearing of this. I'm going to actually put a little level here, right there. A clear out of this level and then possibly reclaiming back into this volume up top here. And if we don't make that, we have room all the way lower here back into this 18,550 level down here. So we can see a lot of movement though on this print. So I'm expecting anything to happen on this print. We do have 8 minutes until the print comes out. We do need 16 more likes and then we'll run the poll to see what you folks think, whether or not the market's going to be up or down today. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. Allergies are just going nuts over here. Rips does not eat breakfast. He fasts. I mean, I eat breakfast at noon. I eat at noon, at 1, and at 2. Very tight schedule of eating. That is my grazing time. And then your last meal's at 2. But again, I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm on the West Coast, and then I go to bed at like 7 or 8. So I get plenty of sleep. What's blooming in California? What do you mean? Yeah, what's blooming? I don't know, something. I'm out here in the sticks, so it's horrible. I took an allergy pill this morning, but I'm waiting for it to kick in. What is your secret for everyday charming personality? I get to hang out with you folks. I mean, that's what I get to look forward to every single morning. So that's what keeps me, keeps that pep in my step. All right, let's run the poll here, folks. Will the NQ end the day above or below? And let's say, what are we at? 18,750. Above, below. There we go. Go ahead and vote away here, folks. Uh, 1K people, but 500 likes. We got 600. We got almost 2,000 people here watching. We got 1,800 folks that are tuned in right now. I appreciate you folks all tuning in. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel with your notifications turned on, because that's how you know when we go live. Sometimes we go live during the day at precarious times, so you want to make sure you have those notifications on. Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm just going to play this as it lies. You know, I don't really think that I can muddle around with my expectations on this, because with the way that the market has been trading, I expect this to go out of balance and then probably find a way to get back into balance. So I think that unless we have a congruent print where both the jobless claims and the GDP are in line with one another, meaning that they're both tilting to one direction, versus like we've seen mixed prints where the GDP is favorable for the economy and then the jobless claims are not favorable for the economy and they kind of line up in the middle. if we get a print where they're both on the same side, then I think that's where we get something working. We can actually see continuation throughout the day. So note out from Apple here. Reportedly, Apple's Notes app is to receive AI-powered transcription and summarization along with math notes. Also developed generative AI software for improved image editing and AI-powered overview of recent notifications via Siri. Wow. Yeah, that's one thing that's really been lacking that I really haven't understood is that the iPhone could be doing so much more. So I just wonder if it's like they don't want to scare people thing. Like, why does Siri know everything about me? I don't know if you folks are using ChatGPT out there, or GPT, sorry. I don't know if you folks are using it out there, but it really knows who you are. I mean, I can have conversations with it now, and it knows about my wife. It knows about my 2 cats. It knows about my life. It knows what I do. It has a whole rap sheet on me at this point, and it's very interesting to have a conversation with it day to day. I'm not even kidding. It actually knew that I was trading with Dakota. It asked me, I must have mentioned it to it one time, but I was trying the conversational AI with ChatGPT, and I said, how's your day going or something like that. And then she asked me, she said, how did your stream go with Dakota? And I was like, whoa, that is crazy. That was nuts. Literally it made my heart jump. It's like, yeah, I know I get it. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. But I literally was like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And then she goes, yeah, that's great. By the way, how was your stream with Dakota? And I was like, I was like, the whole thing was crazy. But she knows me as Rips, which is cute. It was very, very interesting. I'm more scared about Gemini, let's be honest. I mean, ChatGPT has Windows, so they could be snooping on you in Windows. But Google has all of your search history, all of your emails, if you're a Gmail user, all of your Google Meets, all of your Google Voice. What was the Google social network? What was that thing called? Google Plus? Was it Google Plus? That thing was a joke, right? There's like 23 people on Google Plus. Yeah, all the telemetry data from maps. But I mean, think about how much data your iPhone has, So you take pictures now, and the soft version of Apple's AI can identify who's in the picture, which is, again, this is not all that impressive in 2024. It was 10 years ago, but I take a picture of my cats. It knows which cat is the cat. Take a picture of my wife. Doesn't mistake it for my cat. Says that's my wife. Take a picture of myself. Says, hey, that's Rips. Take a picture of anybody else, any of my friends that are on my phones. It says, hey, it's this friend, it's that friend. Whatever the case, right? Now imagine that on steroids. And every single morning you wake up and it's starting to ask you questions that are very personal about your life. That might scare some people away. So we're going to find out about all of this, by the way, June 10th through June 14th. I think it's a longer conference, isn't it? It's like a 4-day conference. This is a worldwide developer conference. Is it June 10th through June 14th? Correct me if I'm wrong, somebody please. But this is the one that's kind of sandwiched between FOMC, which I believe is on June 12th, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't it June 12th for the next FOMC? So many dates are floating around. Oh my goodness, I can't keep track of anything. NVIDIA split June 10th. Thank you for that, Shanhex. Yeah, June 12th is FOMC, and I believe that the WWDC is June 10th through June 14th. So it's a 4-day one, which is not uncommon, but it's also a longer one, if I'm not mistaken. They've done like 2-day ones, 3-day ones. This is what, 5 days, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. Yeah, this is 5 days. Wow, 5 days to match with Top Step's 5 XFAs, which, by the way, if you haven't taken advantage of, you ought to do it. All right, let's trade it up here, folks. We got less than a minute here until the print. I'm just yammering away over here. Let's see if we can trade this up without getting our face ripped off. Good luck to everybody out there. Going to be trading the GDP print live here and see if we can catch a little taste of alpha. Just a little morsel of alpha here. GC Wolf. It'll be scarier when you wake up and GPT says, hey, Rips, want to talk about that nightmare? Oh, my goodness. That's when we have Neuralink all hooked up. Holy smokes. Isn't the developers conference like a 3-day, Like, I thought it was usually like a 3-day, or this is a whole week. This is a 5-day event. This is a big deal. Here we go, folks. Jobless claims and GDP coming out in 5 seconds here. Good luck. Order book is cleared out, as expected. Okay, little pop up here. Oh, it's so thin. It's so thin. It is so freaking thin. It's popping up here. Let's see if we can catch anything. It's moving so fast. This is so dangerous here. It's super thin. I don't know if I want to tag this yet. I want to wait for a moment here. So equities, not a big pop. S&P futures, large pop. Oh, it is so gosh darn thin. Oh my goodness gracious, it is so thin. I would feel super irresponsible. Maybe I could trade some combines in this. Welcome, Ken, to the VIP. So continuing claims, waiting for that initial jobless claims at 219, which is higher, which is good. Good for a bulls in the market here. Not good for the reality, but GDP 1.3% in line. Personal consumption lower 2.0%. Interesting. GDP price index at 3.0%, so dropping. Core PC quarter over quarter also down 10 basis points, dropping. Let's see what happens here. So that was just, I mean, it wasn't that big of a spike, 30 points, right? See if we can get a clear out above this 75 level. I might want to try to tussle with this thing. Let's try this here. See if we can get in on a long. Looking for this to push up over these 75s and clear out here. Okay, watching at these 80s now. Nice push up on those 80s, little squeezecito. Watching, can we hold this push? If we can, I want to try to run some more contracts into this, watching for a pullback. Super thin. Some overhead supply might be scaring the market back down here. So just watching. Anybody want to take this? Let's see. Nobody wants to take it. No interested buyers yet. Watching. NVDA is at an inflection point too as well here. Let me add right here. See if we can pop over these 80s now. Adding right there, a little slight pullback. I like it though. Let's see if we can clear out 75s here. Watching for a pop over 75 now. Not retaking those 70s. Might want to trim. Just watching here. This is where the move kind of started. So adding back right here. Looking for this pop back up in this reclaim. Watching this. Want to see that wrestle back over those 75s real quickly here. Right there. Nice fill. Beautiful. So running two more contracts here. Looking for 80s to trade. So big bidder there at 75. Let's see if they take that. Watching. So if somebody took that. Let's see if we snap this overhead supply now. Watching. I'm actually going to move my stop up just in case. Yeah, we got stopped out there. Okay, cool. All right, so that's going to put us on the board here for a couple bucks. Got aggressive in that pullback. That was just perfect right there. But we had our stop a little bit tight. I guess I could have held on those for a little bit longer, but let's see. So that's going to put us up so far here, up 847 bucks. So it was nice to get that that dip. It dipped a little bit more than I liked, but I had to get aggressive on it. So far, so good. See if we can keep the party bus rolling here. Not a big outlier print. Not, 10 basis points is not going to go crazy. 50 basis points, yeah. 10 basis points, no. A little bit stronger on the jobless claims, meaning that more people are out of work there. Let's see if 75s are going to hold. We're going to try this again here. We're seeing some bid to cover stacking up. I want to see this now forcefully through the 80s. So watching here. A lot of bid support kind of showing up here. Can get aggressive on a pop through the 80s if we see this. I want to see these bids holding though. Low volume here. If we start to perk, oh, they just vanished those. Hold on one second. I don't like that they pulled those, but I'm looking for a pullback perhaps to 70 now. Yeah, it looks a little bit more like they're adding more liquidity to the top side. A couple icebergs kind of around 78 or so. So watching here. See if we get some follow through up to these 80s now. Okay, a little follow through, which is nice. See if we get this pop and hold now. Nice forceful push. Show me that consistently holding above 80s, adding into that for this little pop above now. Watching on this pullback, how deep we pull back here. A little bit heavier than I'd like to see above, but let's see if we can swipe towards that at all now. Or if that's folks that are just kind of racing to cover here. Volume still a little bit on the decline side. But a pop back through those 80s gives me the idea that we're going to trade into those 90s. We have a lot of liquidity kind of resting at those 90s, but let's see. So 75 reject here. Adding right here. Nice push up. Watching for this to hold above those 80s. We have a little bit of overhead supply, but I think we can push right through this back into that shelf at the 90s. So watching here. Lower liquidity, lower volume. We just have to get this back through the 80s and we'll start to see this potentially pushing up a little bit higher here. Big order up at 78. Let's see if they want to swipe this. Watching here. Okay, they're taking that 78 player. Let's see if we have follow through now. Big order there at 78 that we just swiped. I might try a little pitch and catch here for that burst up through 78 now. Watching. Okay, lining up for it here. Watching up at 78 now. Ooh, that's not what I want to see. Pulling out of that one. Yeah, that's that's a death drop I did not want to see. Yeah, I'm going to pull out of that quickly there. All right, so let's see if we have any kind of basing out down here. Yeah, that was not a good drop. All right, let's recenter here. Not ideal for what I want to see when I was holding that size there. So back above 70s, let's get back in this here. Again, looking for this reclaim. That player at 78 is kind of the target for the first test on whether or not we're going to have continuation through this. Watching here. Okay, adding for the push above 75 now. And if this doesn't come here and now through 78, then we'll probably look to trim this. So watching for that big perk through 78 again. Still low volume, but I think that we can nail this. This is the area that we just need to push through here. Okay, watching here. Here's that 78 pole. Okay, if we clear out 78s, we have 80 on deck. Here it comes. Watching for this 80 on deck. It should burst right through 80 here. Watching. Okay, they're very, very thin up here. We should wrestle right through 80s on this pop. Watching here. I try two more here, and then right above 80, I'm going to flip out half the position here. So watching for this pop right into those 80s. Should come right here and now. Okay, there we go. Half out. Almost. Okay. Almost half out there. And hold the 80 push. Got to take half out again. We're not holding that 80 push. Watching here. Okay, golly, it just doesn't want to hold these 80s. Very, very low liquidity. I'm just going to cover right there. Very, very low liquidity, but yeah, it's, you know, this is a low liquidity environment. It's very, very difficult to trade this stuff because, like you saw in that death drop, you know, it's very, very hard to gauge that on when it's coming. But yeah, very, very low liquidity here. Let's see if we can get back above these 80s. And a nice little perk there. But I want to see some solid continuation through that level. Ribs, can you copy trade a 50K and 150K combine at the same time? You can on Ninja Trader. I'm not sure about Top Step X. I think you can. I'm pretty sure you can. No lag on Rhythmic for me that I'm seeing. No lag at all. So we might have to wait until 9 a.m. for this liquidity to push on through here. So right now we are seeding at, we were up 847. Now we're down 666. Ooh, that's a negative number, but little flip there in our P&L. But let's see if we can find some pathway here above these 80s into these 90s. That's kind of what I'm looking for here. Major lag, couldn't get out of your trade. Uh-oh. Okay, back in on this retest of 80s here. Let's see this thing start to drive up now. All it takes is one single player here to set this thing into drive. The liquidity is so low. This is fantastic. All right, let's see if we can hold this little push here and this break. I want to see some bids showing up. If we had like one bidder showing up, I'd be adding into that aggressively. Came down, tapped in a larger bid. Still just not seeing it. Oh, there's actually where I got one right there. Found you. There you are. And let's see if we can push into this 85. Watching here. Ooh, they are so tricky up here. It's, again, this is very few players that are actually interacting with this tape right now. We should have some interaction about 15 minutes where this becomes a little bit easier to track and trade. And let's see if we can get a little pop right into that 83 area. Okay, nice move. Watching 85s now. So they took that liquidity. I think that we can wrestle this all the way up to 89-ish because that's where we have a nice little pocket of liquidity. Yeah, there we go. So there's your 85s. Watching here. Watching for a little bit of a pullback. Oh, they're selling heavily, but there's a bidder right there. Let's see if we can push now right through 85. Watching 85 give out to 87, and I can flip out a little tickler. Watching. There it is. Okay, tickler is out. Taking out one more, and then I'm just going to run this right there. All right, cool. I'm making do with what I have here, folks. We were down $666. Now we're back up 197. So a little small bounce back and recovery there. So there it is. Getting extra scalpy on very low liquidity. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I enjoy it a little bit. This reminds me of when I used to trade small caps, but I actually could move the market with small caps. This, I have nothing. Can't really do anything. How we all doing there, folks? How we all doing out there? We having fun in this very low liquidity garbage environment? You know, where I boot, scoot, and boogied out of the position would have been a great add and hold, right? Yeah, no kidding, right, Bobby? Adrenaline junkie, yeah. I was out of the trade, but my positions tab kept showing different positions changing by the second chart. Showed me flat, disconnected, restarted, can't get back into top step, and my real broker fine. Interesting. I mean, I'm running Rhythmic right now, top step Rhythmic, and it's just fine myself. Nice Son Joe is up 3,000 for the day. Day trader Rick, good morning to you. Up $60, Jonathan. Nice. Oh, okay, gotcha, Scoobs. Could you please ask MP to clearly explain rules for family members on their website? That is what's missed, sadly. Let me tell you about this. So there was somebody who reached out to me, and they were trading alongside their wife, and their wife was taking the exact same trades that they were taking when they were taking them, like exactly. And then he was crying to me in Instagram DMs about why didn't he get paid out? And it's like, it's very simple. It's truly very simple. If you really have somebody else in your house that is actually trading their own account, that's fine. You can do that. No problem. But if you try to pull a fast one, you will never, ever, ever, ever get paid out, and you will be banned for life. It's just that simple. If you're trying to pull a fast one, you are going to get smoked straight up. And I hate to talk about this, and it really fires me up because you shouldn't even be thinking about doing this. Like, the fact that Top Step gives us money to trade on is such a great opportunity for traders that don't have a lot of money to be spending on trading. I mean, and if you're going to go and you're going to try to say, oh, they're not going to figure me out. Oh, this is my wife's account. This is my little brother's account. And it's like, it's really you. Go yourself. Literally. Get out of here. Like, honestly, I don't understand, like, you really think that you're going to beat this company that's making millions of dollars. You're literally, you and your little smooth brain is going to figure out how to dupe them. Good luck. Good luck. And enjoy never trading on props again, because they'll blacklist you across the industry. And you should be blacklisted. You're scum. Literally, you're scum. So no, don't try to do it if you're trying to do some funny business. But do it all day if your wife wants to trade. Mine doesn't. But like, mine doesn't. I'd like for her to, but it's just old Ripsy Hustle here in the household that trades on my accounts. But I've asked my wife before, but she's not interested, as you know. What if I trade different strategies in different accounts? For sure you can, but just make sure that one of those strategies is not long NQ in one account and short NQ in the other account. That's ridiculous. You can be long NQ in one, short ES in the other. They're different markets. But again, if you have to have the thought, like, am I doing something nefarious here? Right? Guess what? You are. It's like just that simple. I've never once ever in any of these prop firms that I've ever traded on, never once have I ever been like, I wonder if they're going to get me for this. Never. Because I don't think like that. I just trade. Right? Oh boy, I wonder if they're going to get me for this because, that one day where I said my wife was trading and she was just doesn't even exist. It's just ridiculous. It's absurd. Your face is tomato red. I think this is more of like a Corsa Rosso, not so much a tomato. This is a flagrant flavor right here. This is nice little Corsa Rosso hue right now. You missed the rant because of a YouTube ad. I'm sorry. That's out of my control, unfortunately. You can copy somebody else's trades, but you can't have them trading for you. Do you know what I mean? Like if you see the same trade that I'm seeing in the mornings here, you could do that. You could, as long as you see it too, and you can justify why you took the trade, you know, straight up. Anyone else watch the 6 hours of rants? That was good stuff. Got out too early, shorted the top because I had a level and expected a pullback, but the low liquidity is just too scary. Tell me about it. Yeah. And even you folks, I mean, I dang near top ticked the market up here, but I should have just went short. One of those things too, where it's like, you know, I should have a better read on that, where it's like, it's very difficult to send it to the top side. So it's like, we should probably just be shorting into this and just chilling, you know. Tops Up will sack those scumbags who tried cheating. Yeah, one of them DM'd me and I was just like, are you serious right now? He's like, can you do anything for me? I said, no. Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to tell MP directly that I'm talking to a scumbag? Like, you tried to scam the system. What do you think, buddy? Like, imagine that prop firms didn't exist, right? Imagine that prop firms never existed. We didn't have these types of prop firms. Obviously, you're going to be like prop firms, but just imagine. Instead, it's like your fun uncle who's won the lottery, right? Your funkle, he's won the lottery and he's like, hey, Rips, I'll see that you like to trade. I'm going to fund an account for you. Here, have $10,000. Let me put that in an account for you. I go, oh, thanks, funkle. That's sweet of you. And then I like immediately start going, all right, how can I rip this mother scratcher off? Yeah, let me start to rip this guy off. Like, you got problems with you, buddy. You got some serious problems. If that's the way that you think, like, if the rules are too hard, find something else to do, or trade on your own money and watch it evaporate very, very quickly. But like, if your first thought is like, oh, how can I scam these people? Like, get out of here. Go fly a kite. Seriously. I don't understand what's the problem with it. It's like copy trading. What? What's your question here, Hyperion? Be clear. Like shorts at 820 still seems bullish. 820. Yeah, I mean, up there would be very, very interesting. So we have an injection of liquidity coming in 7 minutes here. Let's go ahead and end the poll. Well, go ahead and vote in the poll if you haven't already. There's a poll that's pinned to the top of the chat there. MP even mentioning the competition shows a lack of credibility, leadership. He needs to just focus on his company. I mean, I disagree. I think it's good discourse. We should all be talking about it. Competition breeds better customer experience. If there was no competition to anybody out there, then there's just a monopolistic attitude. We should, meritocracy is king, right? Rips, that discount link is not working. Well, click the link and then use the coupon code 5 express funded accounts. For a 50K account, it'd be $29 on any platform. There you go. I shared the Top Step TV Discord. Somebody I know got hit for a DCA and got denied. Ooh, goodness. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to speak on any other companies. All I know is that my own experience with everybody else, I had a good experience, you know. I got paid out. This is like when I traded on them. But, you know, all I know is my experience. I don't know anything else of what's going on out there. Yeah, there you go. The Astro Nerd, you nailed it. Discourse and competition breeds innovation. Well said. I love that. Rips, you have a free reset code. Yes, there is one single way that you activate it. Okay, so first of all, you submit a application for employment over at Goldman Sachs. They will send you this indicator. Then in that indicator, in the zip file, there's a password. To solve that password, you have to meet this guy's name. I think it's Nicolas Cage. He's searching for the Declaration of Independence. You have to find him, meet up with him, and then he will give you the free reset code. I know it's a long process, but it's well worth it. That's the only one that I have right now, and it does expire in about 13 minutes, so you want to act fast. You should see their videos. Yeah, I did, SW. I did. There is a fire drill today. Yeah, exactly. There is a fire drill today. I promise you, there is a fire drill today on Top Step TV. If you missed Slow Markets with Coach Dakota, first of all, what are you doing? How do you miss Slow Markets with Coach Dakota? I don't know what's wrong with you. But Slow Markets is every single Monday through Thursday. He even aired on the holiday Monday. Monday through Thursday on Top Step's YouTube channel. It's just youtube.com/TopStep, I believe. And you go on there, you watch Dakota. He's on at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern time, every single night, Monday through Thursday. You can't miss it. It's so good. He gives out free game. It's like the alpha that you'll get from that goat is just insane. I mean, it's nuts. And if you're having any kind of tough time with trading, he does Q&A in there. It is a fantastic stream. You ought to tune into it. It's amazing. Yeah, Jay was on. Coach Jay was on last night. He's a killer. He's an excellent trader. He's one of the coaches at Top Step. Excellent trader. And yeah, you got to tune into it. But anyway, he gave out his free reset. I already got signed up for it, so I'm going to have that delivered to my inbox on Friday. But today on Top Step TV, there is going to be a free reset fire drill. I don't know if it's going to be bell to bell or if it's one form. I have no idea. They don't tell me these things. I'm just a messenger here. But yeah, tune into that. Coach Jay and Dakota have an awesome dynamic. I agree. They're awesome together. I love both of them. They're great. Yeah, one form. That's what I think too, Luna. I'm not sure though. I don't want to say one form and then everybody comes back tomorrow and they're like, Rips, it was bell to bell, you idiot. And I'm like, I didn't know. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know bell to bell would be harsh if it was one form last night. But hey, you know, we're in the goat farm over there. We're hanging out with the goat farm. He has a position on right now, short in the Asian market. Is that the Japanese yen trade? We need more Coach Jay and less of stop it. Be nice. Be nice. I think they said during fast markets and then again at 1 p.m. Okay, so maybe it is a two form. It is a two form there. Missing slow markets is like forgetting to take a shower. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we're rolling over here. I mean, I didn't see the short and I'm not seeing the short still. So I want to wait probably until, see what happens at 9 a.m. here. I'm going to end this poll now since we have about 1,500 people that voted here. I do want to do a giveaway today for a free month of Clubhouse. We haven't done that all week. There's going to be a benchmark that we're going to set for that. It's going to be 1,200 likes. We have 2,400 people watching, so if just half of you click the like button, we could give away a free month of Clubhouse. I've given away combines all week. I think every single day this week we gave away free combines. So if you just smash that lucky like button, not only will you have a green day, I can't promise that, but I've heard a rumor. But we can get this giveaway boot scoot booking. Is anybody short right now? I got to ask. Did anybody nail that short? I mean, we got the exit, but that's where we're supposed to be short. Come on, Rips. What are you doing, buddy? Acumen got it. Nice. Austin got it. Gary got it. Very, very nice. Love to see it. Stop. Oh, goodness. SW, you're kidding me. Oh, my goodness. You folks are killers. Good portion of you folks got 768. Wow. Nice. Good short. I like your entry there, Acumen. Very, very patient. Very nice. SW Bank 4Gs. Wowzers. I'm over here wrestling to the top side, getting my face turned in, kicked in, teeth kicked in. Say it, Rips. Come on. Teeth all kicked in there. Wow. Nice work there. Yacht Flyer. Oh, my goodness. Crazy. You folks are awesome. I love to see that. I'm sitting here with $197. Wow. Oh, goodness. Longed on gold. Helder, nice. Made $816. Good job, Host Logic. Will caught it. Enoch caught it. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, you know what? If you ever miss slow markets too, it is you can go back and watch the replay at any time. So if it's like, you're busy, you have family time, you're working, whatever the case, you're sleeping, it's not on your time zone, you can always go back and watch episodes of slow markets. So if you missed yesterday's, you could see the great trade that Coach Jay had on. You could see what Coach Dakota was talking about. It's just a great way, even if you don't trade the same way as they do, it's just great to see how other people trade. I'm one of those people where it's like, you can tell me everything about the subject that you want to tell me about, but if you demonstrate it for me and you show me what you're talking about, I learn a lot better that way. I'm also from the camp where it's like, I want to press the buttons and do the things myself. But like, if you're showing me stuff, you're actually showing me instead of saying, oh yeah. If the market does this and then do this, but you're actually showing me, that's the easiest way for me to learn. Maybe folks are different, but that's why I think it's so effective to be turning into this stuff, because even if it's not your style, maybe you'll pick up a couple pieces of information along the way where it's like, you're sitting there, you go, oh, this is good stuff. Maybe I'll take a little, just a little, like a little morsel or something, Smash that short two, maxed out on 5. Whoa, you're kidding me. Let's go. Yes. So maybe tomorrow, maybe next week there's Spastric. You'll be getting 5 new 50Ks. Let's go. Nice. Vadim caught it too. Rips, have you ever checked the 100 ticks chart that Dakota used? I used to trade off of, so it was a 333, so 333, 1,000 tick, a 2,000 tick, 100 tick. I think I did like a 200 tick, but I haven't traded that way in a long time. This is probably like the first 2-3 years, maybe 2 years that I was trading futures that I used those charts. I used a footprint, and this is when I was like teaching myself tape reading and everything. But I wasn't just exclusively trading futures at the time either. I was trading small caps, large caps, equities, options, everything. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. If you like it, you like it. I mean, for a tick chart, I can use like Bookmap's my tick chart, because it's like if I want to get super granular, I can just go like this, and there's my tick chart. You know what I mean? Right? There's my tick chart, kind of like that. So, I can zoom in as much as I want. I can zoom out. That kind of serves that part of my noggin that I need to get those, that part of me reading the market. That's all I really need to see. So 9 a.m. is bringing us some buyers, but again, this liquidity is a joke. This is so bad. This is the worst. This is like super scary. I don't know if I could trade my XFAs in this liquidity. I'm just gonna be honest with you. This is like terrifying liquidity for me. Because like I said at the top of the call, all it takes is one single player to come in and it's like your day is ruined, right? It's scary stuff. Discord has, always watch, James, always watch on Discord. If you're watching on YouTube, you can keep the chat open in both. But if you're watching on YouTube, you're always going to experience some lag. And it doesn't depend on what part you are in the world. It just depends on how close you are to the YouTube servers. Because we have some folks like, I don't know, we had somebody in like Croatia that had a really short throw connection where it was like, they're under a second of lag time. You can see right here, this is the market clock. And if you compare it to your market clock, you can see how close you are to real time. And so right now, as I'm speaking, 36, 37, that's the exact tick of the time that we're at right now. Will liquidity get better after market opens? It's a very good question there, Brian. It will, but will it hang around? Probably not. I don't know that the home sales are going to be that big of a deal to keep liquidity in the market. I mean, it's a big deal, but will it? I don't know. Maybe we have liquidity on the open 9:30. It dies out by 9:45. We see a pickup at like 9:50, and then 10 a.m. brings us volatility. And then it kind of subsides again. And then maybe the last little of liquidity is going to be that 11:30 for the 4 and 8 week bill auction. So this is just scary stuff. 10-second lag to Scandinavia. There you go. My goodness. You can also turn the speed on the stream to 2x and it'll catch you up the closest to live, because that's one of the things too. It's like a little trick. If you just put it up to 2x and it will get you all the way up to live there. Hack for Rhythmic problems. Connect to Tokyo server and flatten the accounts using Rhythmic Trader Pro app. Thank you for that, Mr. Kofifi. Good suggestion there. Hey, Julio, or Julio, how you doing? AI can write me books and make me pictures, but it can't text me. I'm really curious to see what Apple's going to do with their AI here. All right, we are at 922 likes. Remember, folks, we get to 1,200 likes, we'll do a free giveaway for a free month of Clubhouse here. You teach how to look at Bookmap. I would just watch the tutorials that are on Bookmap's free YouTube channel. That'll get you started. But I didn't get really proficient in Bookmap until I was staring at it every single day for about a year's time. And that's just being real with you. It took me a long time for the false positives to go away. I thought every single week I'd be like, all right, got it. Super easy. And then it's like you trade with it and you're like, nope, still don't got it at all. It's literally how my experience with Bookmap was. Every single week I'd be like, all right, this is the week. I'm going to get it now. And no, 6 months in, I probably lost that mentality where I was like, I'm just going to be patient. Let's just see. And the way I taught myself, and I tell this story a lot, the way I taught myself is it has a built-in recording feature. If you're not using the one that's connected to Schwab, which was formerly TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim, I guess it is still called Thinkorswim. But so if you have the actual Bookmap application, there's a built-in recording function. You can actually go back and reload those daily recordings and then change the speed of it. And so it's not like recording your screen, which is, like a video file. This is a Bookmap file. So you can actually zoom in and go down into the nanosecond. Like This is the coolest thing about Bookmap. I don't know if you folks know this, but this is like one of the coolest things is I can zoom in at any part of the tape and I can break up like this order right here. I can break that apart and see what it's actually made of. Look at that. It's breaking all apart there. And I can go down to the nanosecond level. That was actually a 16 lot that was tagged there. But if we go to like another area, see how it kind of melds all those orders together? I can see right here. But this is what we're talking about when we have low liquidity. Look at this, just big old gaps in liquidity. The price is moving. This is the bid. This is the offer. It's moving up and down. Nobody's taking it. Nobody's taking it. The algorithms are trying to get people to take the price and nobody's taking it. Somebody finally takes it up here and they go, ha, send it. And they send it lower. Yeah, this is Bookmap. It's an amazing tool. See how it breaks those orders apart? See how much volume that is exactly at the nanosecond. These are nanoseconds right here. Microseconds, nanoseconds. Look at that. And if you ever want to know if your orders are actually hitting the tape, you could actually zoom in and see it here. I had a broker that was B-booking me, an equity broker that was actually B-booking me when I was trading small caps early on, like, I don't know, back in like 2017 or 2018. And I was looking at the tape and they had none of my orders hitting the tape. And I was like, hey, that's weird. What are you doing? And yeah, all of a sudden my orders started hitting the tape, but then I never used them again, so. Prefer footprints. I used to use footprints. Everybody's different though. Just because somebody on YouTube uses Bookmap doesn't mean it'll work for you. Some people hate Bookmap because it's just too much noise. It's just a bunch of blah blah blah. Very noisy. Some people like it. Some people hate it. I see he hates that idea that women can trade. I'm a woman. It offended to hear it. When did I say I hated that women can trade? I love women traders. We have multiple women traders here in Clubhouse. Where did you ever get confused that I said, I don't think women can trade? I think women are fine traders. They're amazing traders. What are you talking about? What sort of misinformation are you talking about? I love women traders. Have you, what channel are you tuning into? Oh, yeah. That is crazy. That is nuts. Oh, goodness. I mean, what a ridiculous statement. That's crazy town. Talking about another person. Okay, sorry. I thought you were talking about me. I'm like, what are you talking about? When have I ever said anything like that? So South Africa Central Bank is leaving their interest rate unchanged. That was a late release for some reason. 8.25% is their interest rate, so they're leaving it unchanged right there. I mean, we've had, I think, Anne-Marie and Dee are just, there's two examples that come straight to the top of mind. We have amazing traders here in Clubhouse as well that are amazingly talented women. It doesn't matter what gender you are. Anybody can trade. Anybody can trade. It's a beautiful thing. Trading is amazing because of that. That's what makes trading a beautiful thing. There's literally no one exact right way to trade. There's not even like a kind of right way to trade. You can have 20 different opinions on the market and all people can make money. All 20 of those folks can make money. So yeah, what a ridiculous thing. My wife traded, but my wife is just one single woman, but she hates me talking about trading. She's not allowed to have an opinion now, I guess. She can't hate something. I hate snowboarding. I still do it with her, but that's not like you're going to be like, snowboarding is only for women because Rip said he doesn't snowboard. I hate snowboarding. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. I haven't seen Trader Paige comment lately. I hope she's doing well. I think she went on vacation. That's somebody, you know what? Somebody asked about Trader Paige the other day too. Trader Paige is a vivacious figure in our community. And the last I heard was that she went on vacation. She said something about that. Carl is a menace. Yeah. Trader Paige has been MIA. Everybody misses Trader Paige. She gets all the shout outs on Top Step TV. She's like everywhere. So it's funny. It's like, there's another woman trader. What are we saying here? Trader Paige, another woman trader. It's like, come on. Oh, goodness. So we are coming down here. Enough of that nonsense talk. We are coming down. We are at 978 likes. We are very close. I mean, if you folks want to do a giveaway, if not, we'll roll it into tomorrow. We'll redo, let's say 1,100 likes for tomorrow that we could do the giveaway for a free month at Clubhouse. So. VWAP in reach. Yeah, it's down low. My VWAP's at 723, as you can see here on my chart with all these fun squiggly lines. But we are just kind of, what a nothing burger this has been. Just a whole bunch of bunch of noise up here. We did kind of talk about that a little bit before the print came out. It said that it's probably going to go out of balance and then come back into balance. I just thought that out of balance would be like up here in this volume shelf. But I guess that would be technically back into balance. So where are we heading here? Let's see. Let's have a little gander here. So yeah, you know, I'd say the lowest that we could possibly go here would probably be maybe down to that 612 area if we have a dump down there and then possibly catching a bounce. I mean, it'd be pretty heavy overreaction there. If we want to make our way back up and get there, it's just going to be super choppy. I mean, I don't really want to trade my XFAs on this crap. I just feel like it's kind of risky there, you know? We are at 88 likes away. 88 likes away here from the giveaway. Are you able to copy trade in Bookmap? That's a very good question. You can trade directly on Bookmap. I don't do it myself, but you can. I mean, it's a very capable platform for trading on the platform itself. I did a demo the other day with the folks over at Bookmap, and yeah, it was fantastic. It's I think I tried it one time way back, and I haven't really tried it since, but the way he was demoing it was really, really cool. Very, very nice feature. The summertime volume lull is here. I agree with you, Futures Reaper. I do agree with you. What was that? Missed that question there. What is the indicator that shows the volume on the left-hand side? This one, right-hand side, the VRVP, right here. If you want to pause the video, you can get my settings. Not that they're anything special. Right there, VRVP. I like it because it's based on your viewport. Visible range, right? Visible meaning your viewport. So if I zoom in here, my viewport changes and watch. This will change. Boom. There you go. New POC. If I come out, then I'm going to get that POC right here. Straight down the middle. But look at this. This is just, This is just all distribution here. Just, not great. Not a great setup for trading, in my opinion. Not great. Low volume could bring high volatility, 100%, but it makes it less predictable. It makes it harder for me to trade the way that I read the markets. So that's where I'm just kind of, pulling back a little bit. You cannot copy trade on Bookmap. I code for them. Hey, Daniel, what's up, buddy? Do you actually work for Bookmap themselves, the actual company, or do you just make add-ons that you sell in the marketplace there? Heiken-Ashi candles, I've never used them. I mean, I know they work for some people. Again, it's just I don't have enough experience with them to talk about it. So, but yeah, my trading is identical to Thomas Wade, and so is the way I look at price action. Only difference is I take degenerate trades in between waiting for my setups. Oh, there you go. And it's a lot about those emotions and patience there. Rips Fire Drill, you have 2 opportunities to get it today, once in fast markets and once in power hour. Only need to fill out the form once. Thank you, Julius. So you folks know, 2 forms today. You only have to fill out one. One opportunity is in fast markets and the other is in power hour. There you go. VWAP settings are just the basic VWAP settings right here. You can pause the video here. We have it set to session as the anchor period session. That's the big one there. And HLC3. But yeah, session is what I use. Crafting futures. What was your game changer in trading? Emotions. Respecting my emotions and trying to get out of this. I need to hurry and get it done quick. Like there is no getting it done, but I thought there was. Like, there's this end goal. Like I gotta get here. I gotta get there. I gotta get there. I gotta get to that part where I figured it out, and there's not, that doesn't exist. You have to, the whole thing is like the process, right? So for me, it was stopping this whole idea that like, okay, if you just push even harder, like let's get there. Change your mentality to like, let's show up every single day and let's trade our best every single day. That was kind of what was the big part about turning the corner for me. And that's kind of what was reflective in my P&L, where it was like I went from like big ups and then huge downs, big ups, huge downs, big ups, huge downs, to like plateauing. And then when I was plateauing, it was like, okay, all right, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Turn off the hungry eyes, turn off these emotions where it's like, I need more. I want to get there faster, where there is no there. That's the whole thing. It's every day. How did you teach yourself to be impervious to losing? You do it enough times, you lose enough money. I mean, you lose enough of your real money, it starts to sting less and less. Like, let's just use whole numbers here. These are not true numbers, but let's just say you lose $10,000 and then the next day you lose $100. It hurts more to lose $10,000 versus losing $100. So if you extrapolate that out, if you have a really big loss in your career it makes it a lot easier to take other losses. But, for me, it was like you had painful losses and it's like, I don't want to repeat this. This is stupid. It's really lame. The very first thought I had every single time that I had a monstrous loss, every single time the same single thought came to my head was like, okay, I got to undo that. Like, it's like a fight or flight mechanisms, like panic. But it's like, okay, wait, I was just kidding. I don't want to do that at all. I don't, because it's like, it's so weird. Like, it's kind of like, for me, it was like an out of body experience. Like, I'm talking like my career losses, biggest career losses. It's like an out of body experience where you're kind of just like, no, wait. Let's go back. Cause it's like, you're not like, you're pressing buttons, it's not like, it's, you just want to go back. You want to be like, okay, I don't even want to trade today. It's like, it's one of those things, but you do that enough and it's like super painful, so yeah, you got to be dead inside. That is one of those things, right? You go lose $5 really fast. It won't sting like 500 or 5,000. The answer is time. Yeah, it is time. Well said there, Mr. Wicks. Am I on fast markets today? No, I'm only on Tuesdays. And then I think I'm on like on a Monday or something coming up. I think maybe June 2nd or something like that. I don't remember, but I'll let you folks know. I'm not on for the rest of this week. I will be back on Top Step TV on Tuesday. Lost over 200,000 with options. So, you got to get it there, RJ. So it's like, if you were to lose, $500 in a day, it sucks. Nobody wants to lose $500, but it's like, you're not going to like cry over it, right? If I'm not mistaken, you're not going to flip your wig over losing $500 if you've been to the point where you've lost $200,000, unless that $200,000 loss was over like 60 years or something like that. New to Bookmap, fun fact, the 18-month daughter and 4-year-old daughter love looking at the fast-moving colorful bubbles in Bookmap. It's actually entertaining them. That's cool. That's very, very cool. Wish I had liquidate and block like in Top Step X would have saved me so much time and money. I know, right? Isn't it true? Just got on X and following you. Nice. Good to see you there, Richard. Welcome on in. All right, so we are at 1,069 giggity likes right now. So if we do get that to 31 more likes, we can do this giveaway probably before the market opens or just right after, I'm going to try to take a trade here. I'm fully prepared to have like a scratch day or a losing day, but I'm not expecting a whole lot here. I'm keeping my expectations very, very low. I'm going to try to snipe some things here on this very thin market. I'm going for scalpy stuff. That's how I'm facing this market here off the open. Going to go for some scalpy stuff. Big day tomorrow. Yeah, big day is PCE tomorrow, folks. Going to be the biggest day of the whole week. GDP was kind of a dud. So, man. Billy Joe says, I bet my cats would like Bookmap. You never know. Throw it on a big screen. Sit them in front of it. My degenerate trades are just buying or selling bounces for quick in and outs. That's not degenerate. You're scalping. What's wrong with scalping? Scalping doesn't mean you're a degenerate. Crude coming down. Let's have a look. Let's have a gander. Let's see. Oh my, right through our level there. Yeah, weird how it's just kind of been floating all over the place, going every which way. But yeah, crude coming down here. Not seeing any news. That's usually if we have like, there's going to be peace. It's all good. Don't worry about it. What's my guess for PCE? Well, I can guarantee you one thing. The market will go up or it will go down. And I have no idea. I really have no idea. I want to see what happens and shakes out today. I want to see if there's any positional trades today. I'm not expecting a lot. This is like a week where I came in with very, very low expectations. I was shocked to make money yesterday. I'm being real with you folks here. I was shocked to make money yesterday. I was so happy. I made 2,500 in my XFAs, and I'm going to keep that money by not trading them today. Very likely that I'm not going to trade them today. So, yeah, it's all about capital preservation. That's what it's for there. Just got my second payout thanks to you, Rips. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Get out of town. I mean, you're pressing the buttons. I'm just yapping here. I do this. Oh, Celsius. Oh. That's all I'm doing over here. You're the one pressing the buttons. Come on. Give yourself the credit. Don't give me the credit. I'm just yapping over here. Sorry for asking this a few times, but I'm extremely interested in this when you're planning on doing a collaboration with Bookmap. Very soon, actually. We're going to be doing that very, very soon. Yeah, Blue Mountain time. There you go. Hey, we did it. We got 1,100 likes, but we need 96 more. 1,200 was the benchmark. We need 96 more. I think we can get there after the market opens. New feature on Top Step X, economic impact items are now on the chart. Whoa, sweet. That's awesome. No peace. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's a sad thing. I love how you yap. Oh, it's funny. I get some funny comments in here. Usually, the Rips mod usually takes care of them pretty quickly, but they're pretty funny. Like, will you stop yapping and trade? Shut up and trade, man. This is not what I signed up for. Austin is long from 745 with 3 lots. Good luck there, bud. That's a great trade. Wow. Nice. Very nice. Very nice trade. Nice execution there. Good stuff. What's the name of your father's car restoration garage? Well, are we living in fantasy land? Because I don't actually have a father that has a car restoration garage. Is this a riddle? Like, it's called Ripstad Garage. Ha 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 ha. I don't know. You tell me. What is it, Shawnees? You shut up and play your guitar. Patak does? Oh, that's Patak. Yeah, I forgot he told that story. What's the longest trade you've held? Years? I mean, are we talking about like that kind of trade? I mean, investments I've held for years, obviously, but my investment portfolio right now is actually very scant of anything. MP's dad. Yeah, joke's on them. I don't have a father. Oh, that's funny. He's hacking your account, asking security questions. That's hilarious. Okay, that's funny. That's funny right there. That is too funny. Oh, man. Had Apple for 5 years. Yeah. Oh, Apple's been an amazing stock to hold. Took 2 off at 758, leaving run at break even. Nice trade in there, bud. Good morning to the Duke. Good morning to you. Yeah, no, father. You got me, Carl. I need to be on a robot meme. No. Don't give them your mother's maiden name. It's actually Ripset. Why has the VIX been this low? Low volatility? It's the volatility index, right? But when we start to see, I think there's only, we talked about this very slightly at the top of the call. The only thing that I think that is going to bring the VIX up is if we start to see people protecting their equity positions, and I'm talking large funds. We'll see an influx of puts and then hedging with calls, hedging with equities. It'll be like a whole fun cocktail of volatility, I think. But we'll see. We shall see. Maiden name is Grips. There you go. You got it. What's the most points you've caught at NQ in one trade? Oof. Oh, by golly. Nothing spectacular. Maybe like a 200 pointer or something. I would say somewhere in that range. Nothing like, I got 1,000 points. I don't think I've ever actually held the NQ overnight. I'm trying to remember. Back when I traded on TD, it's so funny because the TD, they don't give you the mini margins, right? So it's like back when I was trading, it was like $19,000 margin requirement per contract. I remember I told the story multiple times. I'm not going to sell it again, but yeah, I don't think I'm trying to think if maybe I held it from like, I was trading like when the market closed because I was like, I want to trade. And then like, I'm like, wait, why is the future stops moving? I thought it was 24 hours. And then like maybe I held it over that and then opened and then got out of it. But yeah, I don't think I've ever really held like a futures position like multiple days or anything. Not that I can. Bitcoin futures I did that with actually, but not index futures. Bitcoin futures I did hold overnight, multiple nights. That was a big one. Bitcoin futures paid super well. I got a nice short on that. 200 points is a lot. I know it's not like 600 points, 1,000 points. It's a lot for sure. I'm just saying, but like the most of all time, it's never caught like a 600 point straight, I don't think that I have. I can go back and check. If I play Call of Duty, I got that comment. Like, I don't know, on one of my shorts. Do I play Call of Duty? I mean, I haven't played any video games in a very long time. I miss it. But it's just like, I don't know, no time. 6 minutes now until the market opens. We are just kind of washing and rinsing around here. Yeah, 20K contract on Ninja Trader. For overnight margin, right? Is it still, I thought it was more now, but back in the day, I think it was like 18.5 or 19,000 when I was trading. Wow, look at this push. Holy smokeroonies. Look at this push. Holy smokes. SOCOM too. That was a good game. Nice, Austin. There you go. Let's go, buddy. Julius, very, very nice. Beautifully done. Love to see it. Absolutely smashing there. Long two in that push. Good luck to you, Acumen. All right, I'm going to take a quick little restroom break, folks. I'll be right back with you. Don't go anywhere. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are 3.5 minutes. No, yes, 3 minutes from the market opening, right here and now. We are coming in hot, coming in hot. I don't know where that came from, but we're definitely doing it. Nice, G-Trader, maxing out your profits. Way to go there, buddy. Wow, look at this thing. It's just nonstop. Holy smokes. Didn't wait for us at all. Drop nukes on COD. That's tough to do. That ain't easy to do, my friend. All right. Let's get going here, huh? This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. Low liquidity. Try to pace myself through this fun stuff here. I wonder if we just go up, we take out 80s, and we come right back down, right? That would make the most sense. We are 35 likes away, by the way, from hitting that target of 1,200. So we hit that 1,200, we'll be boot scooting boogieing. Promise you, we will do it. 2-minute warning, folks. This is your 2-minute warning. Get those bathroom breaks in. Make sure your hotkeys are fired up. Make sure your accounts are selected, the correct ones. And, you know, let's have a fun day. Let's have some good luck on our side here. Got my girlfriend to like your video. Thank you, Davey. Every little like helps, right? Every single one. Take out 80s, go to London low. I like that, TBJ. I like where your head's at, my friend. I like that plan. Let's see if there are a lot of folks who want to get squozing. You can keep on squeezing in. Squeezing in. My fees are so high today from being a crazy scalper this morning. Look at that. Right up over there. And just, so much nonsense. 90 seconds, folks. Good luck. Let's have some fun. Morning there, Travis. Good to see you. How much can you earn trading per year? It depends on your mental acuity, I suppose. Depends on a lot. You can make a lot. You can make a little. You can lose a lot. You can lose a little. It's all dependent on how the market is that year, what your trading level is, how well you read the markets, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Alrighty, folks, here we go. We have 50 seconds, 50 seconds. What's up, Travis? Good to see you in both places. Kick back, relax. We'll do all the trading for you here. I just don't feel good about today. I just don't have a good feeling about it. You know, I just don't, but whatever. We'll see. We will see. Remember, the next data print's not until 10. Let's see if we can keep the stream going until then. We'll see. We will see. Let's have some fun. 15 seconds. 1-5. Really hope the market gives us some nice prime opportunities. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. Markets are opening, and now. There's a big old flushacito here. Microsoft dumping. Woo. Google dumping. Woo. We're going to take out these lows. See how high we pump up on this little bounce here. Oh, I hate this liquidity. Oh, God. It's making me sick. I hate it. Oh. It looks very weak, though. All right. I got to try a short. It looks very, very weak here. I'm looking at shorting these lows. It looks tremendously weak here. Let's see if we can hold this break below. Not a huge fan, but this is the trade I want to go for because I can lay into it if it starts to snap. Not a huge fan, but everything's looking kind of weak. The longer it holds down here, the less confidence I have in this position. Oof. Don't like that. All right, I'm going to cover right there. We're not breaking yet. And as I close, we start to break. We're not breaking. We're knocking on the door, but we're not breaking. I hate this low liquidity environment. We are knocking on the door, but we're not breaking it down. Let's see here. If we don't claim these 760s, I still like this from the short side. Thanks, Doomslayer. We'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by here. I mean, it is just holding down here, right? It is holding heavy down here. Still just holding. But, you know, equities are selling off, which that's kind of what's keeping me looking to the short side here. We're just continuing to hold down here. Let's see if we reclaim 60s now. Watching. Oh, this volatility. It's only because of the low liquidity. Watching here. All right, I'm going to try to snipe one over 60s here. See if we get this push up. Trying to keep this light and tight. Watching for this push up over the 60s. Looking for a bounce in Microsoft as well. Look at how low this liquidity is, though. We push into like that 57 player, and it's like, oh yeah, we'll take all of that and then completely send it right back down. So let's see here. 50 is not holding. I'm going to cover that. So there's our little push to the downside. Very low liquidity. They're just gapping this liquidity and letting it kind of shuffle around here. A little rinsing. Just getting rinsed back and forth here. Watching this pop over the 60s now. Again, testing up at these 60s. Can we actually get a push and a hold? There we go. Popping over 60s. Let's start to see this run now. Nice push. I'm seeing a little bit of bid to cover, and it was all fake. Okay, adding right here. That looks real. Watching now over 70. Can we get the hold over 70 now? Oh my gosh. Look at how thin this is. Oh, yeah. I'm going to keep complaining about it. I promise you. Watching for this to push and hold over 70s now without a big pullback. That would be the doctor's orders. Watching here. Ay. No follow through. Microsoft still looking weak. 60s not holding. Can we reclaim 60s here and now? Doesn't look like it's wanting to. Watching here. Oof. Yeah. Peeling off that. Yeah, we're getting rinsed here. Like I said, there's that push back to the downside. Let's see if this holds again. If this does, I'll try to snipe this off the lows. Microsoft is tumbling here, by the way. Okay, we're going to try this here. Microsoft is starting to tumble. Let's try this here and now. There we go. So that's the snap we're looking for. I need to get through 25s now to the downside. Watching here at 30s. Okay, 30s are breaking. Let's see this push. Watching now, looking for 25s. Can 25s give us that tickle? Let's see. Watching here. Looking for 25s for the tickle. Wow, there's a big bidder there at 25. Can we break through them? If we do, the single crater. Watching, yikes. Push right there. There we go. There's that snap. Beautiful snap there. Watching here now, that bounce at the 20s. Gorgeous failure here. Looking now right down there at those 20s. Nice pull. Beautiful move here. Covering a little taster. A little bit more. Let's run 2 now. Stop at break even. Whoo! Taster's choice in the building here. Watch this pop up now. Wowzers. Popping up and show me potato salad. Come on down. 710. Let's see it. Looking for those 710s to pinch and roll here to do the old Tuckarooski. There's the 710s. Let's see this with violence now. Show me that violence to the downside. You can do it. I believe it. You can do it. Put your back into it, and we'll take off one right there. And keeping our stop nice and tight. If this pushes down, I will move my stop. Biscuit status equals buttered. We have definitely that. So that was the break we were looking for originally, because Microsoft was cratering to the downside. They just didn't want to give it to us first without that whipacito to the top side. And then we got a little whiplash here, a little whiplash over there. And then we're like, hey, you stop doing that. We're going to short you. And then we got it short. And that's kind of what happened this morning, right? That's kind of what we did. Took one trade on your express. Whoa. Kenny, let's go, buddy. Love to see it. All right, so we're targeting 695s now to the downside here. Watch this. We're going to move our stop right here, half of the bar. Actually going to bring it up right there. and we let this puppy dogger sink all the way to Party Town. Watch this 700 snap into the 95s here. And then let's see if we could do this. Okay, here we go. 95s are the target. Are we going to get there? Oh, I don't know. It wants to kind of a little bit. Maybe yes, no, maybe. 95s, if you took profit there at 95s, it's going to come to you in a moment here. It just, that 95 area, a little bit precarious, of course. Our level there is 91 quarters. So let's see if we can get that pushacito to the downside. Again, I'm kind of looking to potentially try a little sniper move here. Kind of want to do it, but we'll see. Wait for it. Wait for it. Come on down. Let's see. 705 start to trade out here. Yeah, this is probably going to stop us out. Yeah, they're probably going to send this right back up here. Yeah, a little tape change. I'm not going to move my stop, though. A little bit of a tape change here. A lot of short covering, right? Thin liquidity. A lot of folks that got short are saying, hey, where's the exit door? Find it for me. It's not, is it illuminated? Where's the exit sign? Is it that green thing over there? I can't find the exit here. And there we go. Stopped out. There's your exit door. By the way, look at that right there above me on the book map. All right. Any takers for the price? We were up $197. I don't know. How do we think we did now? What are we thinking? Any fans of the guessers out there? It's like Price is Right. What are we thinking here? Price is Right. What are we at? What are we at? Oh, that's too high. Come on. You folks are too nice. You folks are too nice. Okay. That's a little bit more reasonable. Ooh, Amateur Genius coming in hot. All right, we are at $5,400. There we go. Hey, you folks were close. You folks were close there. There we go. Fun stuff. Hey, that felt good, right? Let's see if we can do giveaway now. I feel good. I feel accomplished. We came out. We did what we wanted to do, right? We came out. We did what we wanted to do. We got the short that we were originally looking for. We got a little shake and bake, but we didn't take our head out of the game. And we kept our sizing kind of light and crispy, a little bit buttery, kind of like it's like a Red Lobster cheddar dinner roll. Little light, little crispy, little savory, little buttery. It was good. It was, good price action there. So, all right, folks. So this is what we're looking at here on the docket, right? Let me just show this to you. Yeah, there's a laundry list of accounts over here. My goodness, what is he doing over there? So here's the lay of the land. There we have it. $1,000 at each account, copied across 5 accounts there. No trades in our Express. Lonely Express down there, not catching any love. But hey, that's trading, folks. We got to be in the pocket when we're in the pocket and just savor the days when, the price action's not giving us the boot, scoot, and boogie that we want. This is one of those days that makes it so unpredictable. There's a perfect short, and for them to kind of, I need to cover, find the exit door. You got to be careful of that stuff. So, all right, let's see. We are at right now 1,209 likes. We did it, folks. Let's do a quick giveaway here for a free month of Clubhouse. Let me set up Nightbot here. Now, if you are a chat VIP member, you will get 10 times more luck. You just click that join button below if you want to join. You also get access to all of our fun emojis and everything. It's, whatever. It is what it is. Alrighty, folks. We're going to do channel member luck times 10. Keyword today is going to be, what would be a good one today? I mean, let's just take it back to a Rips Classic here. And so everybody kind of asks me all the time, how do you spell that? How do you spell that? Here we go. And here we go, folks. Boom. Flushacito is the keyword. Just type in Flushacito one single time. Now, here's the rub. You have to follow me on Instagram. You have to follow me on Twitter. The username is going to pop up right here. I see a lot of you folks that follow the Market Clubhouse Twitter. Just follow me on the Selling Rips one. It's going to pop up right down here at Selling Rips. Now, do keep in mind, we have a whole mess of imposters out there that are actively trying to scam people with crypto scams, trade copying scams, all of that noise. If you ever get a DM and somebody's saying, this is like super secret, don't tell anybody, this is just between you and me, this is my alternate account, this is my super secret account, use your noggin. It's not me. It's never going to be me. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to ever copy trade for you. I'm never going to copy trade for you. I don't have any crypto to sell you. I don't have any coins. There's no Rips coin that I know of. Hopefully nobody ever creates one, but I have no affiliation with if there is one. But no crypto, no nothing. Don't want your money. Just, use your noggin. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And if I'm just randomly messaging you out of the blue, it's probably not me. Unless you tag me in something and we're opening up a line of conversation. Yeah. Same thing goes on Instagram, at Selling Rips. Follow me there. I guess we're trying to get to 10,000 followers on Instagram now. We're trying to get this channel here on YouTube up to 20,000 folks, 20,000. So this giveaway is for a free month of Clubhouse. You folks who are already in the Clubhouse, of course, you qualify for this as well. So just go into the YouTube chat and type in Flushacito, Flushacito, Flushacito. All right, we'll do this drawing here and look at the markets right back to where we opened. Haha, got them. Oh, I hate days like today. I'm so happy. Like, again, the fact that we came out the other side, which, by the way, is hilarious that we came out with an even 0-0. Rarely ever do that. But our fees today are $174.40 per account. But, yeah, the fact that we came out the other side with that kind of profit, number one, shows the power of copying on 5 accounts. And number two, shows it being patient, keeping your sizing relatively small to based on what the market action is doing. Adding into those winners aggressively, waiting until we get that snap that we're looking for, changing our bias actually 3 separate times off the open there. And when I change my bias, I'm not getting married to it, which is one of the faults that we had over the last couple sessions. So please be careful out there if you're going to continue to trade. Let's do the drawing here. We have 376 folks that are eligible right now. Let's see if we can get this pumped up to 400. Just type in Flushacito. Yes, Fluffycito. Fluffyacito. Yes, that is going to be Friday's keyword there. All right, folks, we'll do the drawing here in, we'll call it 30 seconds. 30 seconds to get those entries in. Again, make sure you follow me on both Instagram and Twitter, and we'll get this party started. See how it was beautiful today? I believe it. I believe it. Flushacito. I don't even know where that came from. Just one day I was just feeling it. Dale. Oh, good stuff. All right, folks, here we go. We'll do the drawing here. Let's get 7 more people in here, and we'll do the drawing lickety split. Yeah, you got it, dude. I don't know where they come from. They come from deep, from the depths of my soul. Who knows? Who knows where they come from? All right, folks, we've given you enough time here. Let's roll this. Remember, when you win the giveaway, all you have to do is type in chat. Just type in your username, and that's it. Just your username. Don't put the @ symbol because it will flag it as spam, and I'll never see your message. We're going to put you on the clock here. 60 seconds is all you have to claim this. So make sure that you follow the rules. Make sure you're following me, and just type in your username with no @ symbol, and then just tell me on the next line. So write your name. I'd write Selling Rips because that's my username. And then the next line, you just write, what is Instagram or is it Twitter? Simple as that. All right, folks, here we go. Rolling in 5, 4, 3, 2, and rolling. Brian Johnson, channel member. You have 1 free month of Clubhouse. Talk to me, buddy. You are a channel member. Look at that. The 10X luck actually works. Amazing. Finally we get the 10X luck working here. Talk to me, Brian. Yes. Okay. Yo, man, talk to me. What is your username on Instagram or on Twitter? Talk to me. We're going to put you on the clock starting now. I'll give you 2 minutes because you are a channel member. Remember, don't put the @ symbol because it will flag your thing as spam. So just tell me, what is the username? Yeah, Brian Johnson is the Brian Johnson, the AC/DC singer there. Come on, Brian. There we go. All right, let's see. That looks like a Twitter name to me. I'm going to test this out first on Twitter. That's where I'm going to go first. Here we go. Yeah, look at that. Any follow. Hey, give it up for Brian Johnson, our big winner of the day. I'll send you that coupon code. I'm messaging you right now so you know. Congrats. Free month of Clubhouse. Banger. There you go. All right, folks. Congratulations to our big winner there. Give it up for Brian again. Way to go. And we are going to be locking up today here in the Clubhouse for the morning stream. We're going to go trade in Discord, but I can't make any promises that I'm actually going to continue to trade because you know me, I hate this low liquidity environment. If we tag $5,400 off that open, boy, that feels good. And, you know, probably not going to trade, but we'll have a little wrap session here. We'll talk about the market and see what we could potentially find in the way of trades. So if that's something that interests you, check out the link that's always posted by Nightbot there. Just posted it if you want to come check it out and see what it's all about. But folks, we're wrapping it up here with $5,473. You know what we call that?
That's what we call a sack lunch.
That's a sack lunch, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'll see you folks bright and early tomorrow for the PCE print. Don't miss it. We'll be back here 8 a.m. Eastern time, 7 a.m. Central, 5 a.m. Pacific time, if that's your thing. But yeah, we'll see you then, folks. Take care. Have a great rest of your trading day, and I'll catch you later. Take care.